Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our channel on this beautiful evening. We are still here. We sort of got shadow banned a little bit from YouTube for a week for no reason whatsoever. I guess we're getting a little too popular, and many people don't want us to really explore the things that I'm talking about. There seems to be a division among the people who either clear videos on YouTube or do not, because some of them seem to be very political, doing things to cut people off behind people's backs, whereas the supervisors and the people who work for the company don't see a problem with a lot of the videos. So once again, we are engaged in a big struggle in this world here. A struggle between those who want the truth to come out and who want to speak the truth and those who do not. And that's where we are today. And if we look all around the world, we can see the exact same things happening in almost every country. This is what is happening. We have a very small elite group of people at the top who continue to fight, to push for violence and war. We have a larger group at the bottom who only wants peace. And we also have a group in the middle who tries to convince those people, the larger group, that it's good for them to go to war by demonizing other people. This group is called the media, and sometimes people on YouTube who are just looking for clicks, no matter what. And that's what we find ourselves with. And so, we, the people of the United States, the ones who want peace, the ones who want love, the ones who want contentment, the ones who want our tax dollars not to pay for weapons and bombs to be dropped on far off countries or dropped on civilians, are always trying to find ways for peace, and we want our tax dollars to create things like housing for the hundreds of thousands of people living in the street in the United States right now, or medical care for everyone so thousands of people aren't going bankrupt because they got sick. We wanted to pay for fair wages, for reduced colleges or free college and public institutions that are funded by the state. We basically want the money that is collected from us for taxes to be paid for the benefit for us, not to subsidize oil companies and gas companies and war machines. That's all we want. And that's all we've ever wanted. But we've always been subjected to people who will get together and figure out the best ways to manipulate us. People who call themselves think tanks now, when they're not really trying to get us to think. They are thinking about ways to manipulate us and turn us all against each other. And as we all fight against each other and struggle and quarrel because of our different identities, they reap the rewards by taking away our power. And I don't even know why they do it. If you had billions of dollars, why would you want to take more money away from people who have nothing? It seems almost insane, doesn't it? And I think it is a little insane. It shows a person with an inferiority complex who needs to prove that they have worth and dignity by putting down the competition. And so that is the world we find ourselves in, and in our educational system, our religious system, our government system, they are trying to teach each and every one of us to be like that. Not to compete against ourselves and be the best we can, no, but to compete against other people and to try to sabotage them if necessary to prove that we're better. But their day has come. We are being able to see how these things work for the first time due to social media, the type of media that the elite are constantly trying to destroy, attack, malign. They try to destroy it, but the truth creeps through every once in a while. But in order to see the truth, we need to have the eyes to see, the ears to hear. We need to be like in the song by Janis Joplin, where it says freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. You see, the truth is, as spiritual beings and as powerful beings on this earth, as people who are just passing through, entering in from the greatness that exists everywhere for a short period of time on this earth and then going back where we came from, we have nothing to lose. When we realize that we have nothing to lose, we can be bold and we can create the world that can help the people who are suffering, who are in pain, or are homeless. We can help them enjoy the pleasures and the treasures of this earth even as we can do so too. This takes work. It takes dismantling the thoughts and ideas that have been planted in our heads from the time we were born until now. It takes getting free of the domestication. We have been domesticated, like the cats and the dogs that many of us have in our houses, that we feed and we pet and we put them on the leash and we walk them around the block. We have all been domesticated by a small group of people at the top. Now, I'm not sure if this video will be played or not on YouTube. I'm going to try to upload it today. I've been told that I was suspended for a week from uploading videos because I challenged a finding about a video, and when they looked at it, they found that the challenge was false. It was fake. Someone on the team canceled me for no reason whatsoever. So whoever was on the team got angry once that happened and snuck behind other people's back in order to try to punish me and keep me quiet. But that really isn't working. What would really make it not work is if you would begin to subscribe. A lot of these videos are being listened to and heard, but people aren't subscribing. Subscribe, hit the like sign, and really leave some messages, comments, hit the bell. Promote these videos if you feel that they're worth it, and even if they aren't worth it, if you feel that we the people should be able to promote justice, compassion, and love on this social media without being stomped on, put down, maligned, and shadow banned. That is happening more and more today, and I'm afraid that it will happen more and more in the future because we seem to be moving to a place where the only ones who are truly censored are the ones who speak of peace, of love, and of justice, and the ones who will delve back into history, uncovering the many truths that have been hidden from about 6,000 years ago, from written knowledge until now. Unless we know the truth, however, unless we know our history, we will not ever be able to go forward. So I invite all of you to continue to listen to these videos where you'll pick up little bits of truth and will be free. You see, I do not want to convince anybody to agree with me. or to go along with me. What I want is to convince people to think for themselves, to listen, to research, to create their own choices, to understand what is going on, and to tap into that beauty and wisdom that exists in the center of all of us in order to live a life of truth. And that, unfortunately, is the most dangerous thing in a dominator power over world. It is dangerous for us to be truthful and powerful, and it's dangerous for us to get together in order to create the type of world that we want to see and that our children and our children's children deserve to be in. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. We have nothing left to lose. And as we continue in all of these wars and sending dollars, billions of dollars to support never-ending wars that go into the pockets of defense contractors and spread bombs and weapons all over the world to state terroristic groups and other terroristic groups that were created by various states. While people starve, while we do that, we'll never be free. And we'll have a lot on this physical plane to lose. Time for us to reawaken, to reclaim our power, to realize who we are, and to do what Brian Swim talked about when he talked about virtue. Virtue means living in alignment with what one knows to be true. And that is my invitation to all of us. And if we don't know what is true, it's time to find out. Thanks for being with us. Go to the description below. You might find some good links. One link is to the first chapter of the book that we created called The Gathering of the Chosen. And that, I think, is what upset people. So you might want to take a look at that. Namaste, everyone.